One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. And he passes on the touchback. Here it comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense has the ball first today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
It's a running room. He's at the 40, the 20. He's at the... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Memphis offense will get the ball for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy's a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Throws to the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Camara. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down really easily.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Going for the goal line. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
On the ground. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Got it back on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. To the air, it's Bettis. Thanks to grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year, and he comes up with a massive play right there.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
To the air on 2nd down. Throwing right. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? The quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Soft spot in the middle. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Memphis Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Jayhawks will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Memphis Tigers offense will have the ball first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
They'll go right back to the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Baldridge. Zings it complete to the right. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
As the offense, you want to get the ball to your playmakers and let them make a decision, let them make a guy miss, but not with that kind of defense. They were all over it right away. No 3rd down conversion for you.
They booted away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Kansas offense has the ball for the first time. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season, David.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award. Now, it is a quarterback award, but recent years, Ashton Jeanty, you saw him there. But you got to be the catalyst. You got to be the straw that stirs the drink. You got to put up huge numbers. So far, Palmer, he's been a catalyst. He's been great. He's just going to have to keep it going.
And his numbers are pretty good now. I think they have a chance to get even better. When you look at the schedule moving ahead, they're going to have to force-feed him the football. He's going to have to play big in those games if they're going to keep winning. So keep an eye on this guy as a Heisman favorite because he's got that kind of ability.
Found a little space, and he's got forward to the 35.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking to pass. It's Bettis. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Jayhawks are rolling down the field. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Leaves it with the back. Gets headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rock-Chalk Jayhawk.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Dropping back, it's Baldridge. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going back to the ground. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one. On target over the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Law. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Dumps it to the back. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
Back to pass, it's Bettis. Quick completion on the out. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 47. The Jayhawks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. On his feet at the 40. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Hauls it in. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The Jayhawks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forced the 2nd down and goal.
looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. To the air. It's Bettis. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over Texas A&M. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin breaks into the open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate throw, and the defense was in good position.
The give to the lone running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off back.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tiger.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Back to throw, it's Bettis. Looking to buy time. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This guy's done a lot of good things.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the Jayhawks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Power football with the run. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Nice job by the quarterback. Evading the rush, getting outside the pocket, and then not turning the football over. It's so hard not to try to force the football down the field. Good job. Incompletion. Next play.
He'll throw on third down. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Kansas. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb. They've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is
picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Creates a little space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Jayhawks are in the red zone. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. He leaves it with the back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Finds space on the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to throw. It's Baldridge. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And that's a good idea for this defense. I would be covering him too, because he's already had a day's worth of yards. The big play out wide, man, they are finding him, and he's making productive plays. So good job by this defense recognizing that guy's not beating me anymore.
Makes the grab on the back. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Offense set on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Bettis. Fires left. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Still looking on the move. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got enough for the first down. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give out of the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rock Jayhawk.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboards. Looking deep down the right side. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it.
There he goes. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking downfield, it's Bettis. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to.
He's going for a big play downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Jayhawks in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the right side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Back to throw, it's Bettis. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, tried to cut to the inside. Just not able to be on the same page there.
On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the left. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
On those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's first and 10 from the 39. He's got him. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Jayhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do.
Turning it on. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Jayhawks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Oh, they're after him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their third sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. To throw, it's Bettis. Back open in the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Gets it out quickly. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
career. That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics, Paul.
250 catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop him.
Touchdown, Jayhawks! And the pummeling has started. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Pittsburgh. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Fires to the right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Looking for a crease to the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Bettis. Scrambling away. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
They're working that left side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
This time they'll go to the running game. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. The sweet feet buy a little time. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They'll try the right side. Breaks into... Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kansas. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They marched 72 yards, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get lofts one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Back to pass, it's Baldridge. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Looking down the middle. That's reeled in. It's Jones. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. The Tigers are marching down the field. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Wants to throw again. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Finds a man on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Going to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to him. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Looking for a man. It's Baldwin. He wants it all. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. The Kansas offense returns to the field.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turn.
Oh, he's got some space. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll give it to the back. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game. Establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
And the Jayhawks can really attack on this second and short. Takes the handoff. It's Luna. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Jayhawks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Finds his tight end. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. And the Jayhawks line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. There he goes. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
They're going to ride this running back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for a loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to beat right here to end the game.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Under fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out, but if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. Can't take negative plays at this point.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. To the air, it's Baldridge. He's got it down the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Fires to the tight end, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The tight end always finds a way to get open. He's just a 1st down machine, Jesse.
And he's a guy, Reese, that is proven he can beat man coverage, but he's also so good against zone, too. He just knows where the soft spots are in the defense. That's why this quarterback has so much confidence.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Fires to the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.